In the next 30 minutes, you're going to discover the exact proven step-by-step blueprint system for attracting and keeping at least 240 new top quality clients in the next 12 months. Without frustration or wasting all your money and time on marketing and advertising that will never work. I'm giving away so much impossible to find marketing and advertising strategies specifically for the salon and spa industry that I may end up making this a paid presentation. So watch this now while it's still online and still free. This is for salon and spa owners if you want to get new high-paying clients quickly. If you're just starting out or move to another location and must have good new clients now. If you've been in business for a while and you realize it's a lot more difficult to get new clients than ever before. If you're attracting the wrong type of client, like price shoppers, and want high-paying clients. If your clients go south when it's cold or north when it's hot and it's hurting your income. If your staff is unmotivated to help you get new clients. If competition is moving in and taking your clients away from you. If you feel that you're not able to charge more for the high-quality services you provide. If you want to get younger clients coming in. If you're located in a small town and can't seem to grow your business. If you're frustrated and maybe even embarrassed with the low amount of money you're personally making each month. If you've never tried to market and advertise to get new clients before and therefore don't know what works or how to even go about doing it. If you tried one or more or all of these methods to get new clients and nothing worked for you. TV, radio, direct mail, flyers, newspaper ads, Valpak, Google, Facebook, Yelp, Groupon, and even a website. If you want to finally eliminate all your stress, get your life back, make the money you always dreamed about, and have the lifestyle to go along with it. If you're working way too hard and too many hours for the money you do make and want to work less behind your chair and make more money. And if you feel deep down you deserve to much better. In this presentation, you're going to discover the 5 best surefire methods to get and keep new high-quality clients in our new digital economy. My little-known secret 7-step formula to guarantee all your marketing and advertising gets the best possible results. The 4 biggest myths salon and spa owners believe, which is stopping them from growing and prospering. And why, for 22 years, I could never get new clients. I got into debt, $80,000, and almost went bankrupt, and what I did to turn it all around in 4 short months so you can avoid the mistakes I made. Why everything you've tried to do to get new clients has failed and why it's probably not your fault. And what are the paradigm shifts in our new digital economy that are beginning to stifle your business and why it's only going to get worse unless you're prepared. If you stay till the end, I have a special gift for you, and there's nothing for sale on this webinar presentation. I'm Mike Colosi, the president of Salon Spa Marketing Toolkit. I started working in my father's salon and then purchased it when I was 24. I had no business or marketing experience, but for the next 22 years I struggled and suffered, mainly because I failed miserably at getting new clients cost effectively. And as a result, I buried myself in debt and almost went bankrupt. Then I turned it around. I turned it all around. In 4 short months, it became the fastest growing salon in my area, eliminated all my debt, and became hugely profitable. I live outside Rochester, New York with my wife and 5 kids. My promise to you is this. I will be the salon professional who finally cuts through the confusion and tells you the honest to goodness truth on how to get and keep new high quality clients once and for all. All right, before we dive in, I'm going to share something from my personal life that's pretty embarrassing. And to be honest, my wife begged me to leave it out of this presentation. You'll see why I was reluctant to even include this story in about a minute. I remember this day as if it was yesterday. It was late on Monday afternoon, February 7, 2007. It was really cold outside. I was wearing black corduroy pants, a heavy sweater, and a long wool overcoat. I was all alone. Here I was coming from a meeting with my accountant, and I drove into my salon's parking lot. At this point in my life, I thought that things couldn't get any worse, although they're about to, and I'll share that with you in a moment. And perhaps you can relate to that feeling, and you know you need to change too. I knew I was in a position where I needed to change, but one more thing had to happen before I really got it. I got out of my car, walked to my front door, unlocked it, and walked into my salon. And then my worst nightmare happened. I found a little note on my reception desk that read, "Dear Mike, Marianne, Candace, and I decided to go to work for another salon. Sorry to let you know this way and for the short notice, Becky." I was standing there shaking in utter disbelief and didn't know what to do. I ran out of my salon in a panic. I jumped in my car and started heading for home. I turned right onto Calkins Road and drove past the Henrietta Town Park. And at that moment, something took control over me, and in a split second, I made a U-turn and drove into the park. Now, I've been to this park hundreds of times before. This park is where I've coached and watched my kids play baseball for years. Yet this was very different. It was in the dead middle of the winter. I parked right in front of a familiar baseball field. There was not a single soul around. It was bitterly cold, and the sun was just starting to go down. I turned my lights off and kept the car running. As I sat there trying to come to grips with what just happened at my salon, the fact that 3 of my 5 technicians walked out on me all at once without any advance notice, I had even bigger problems that my accountant just laid on me. My accountant just informed me that my salon, which I bought from my father 19 years ago, was failing miserably. Over the years, I'd run up exactly $83,457 of business loan debt, primarily from money I spent for advertising that never worked at getting me any new clients, and another $19,758 in credit card debt to cover bills during my slow months. And on top of all this, my salon was losing around $700 a month. Some months a little more, some months a little less. Mainly because I was scared that my good technicians would leave me, so I kept paying them more to keep them happy. And I was terrified to raise my prices because I thought my clients would leave me for the competition. Now, in addition to all this, my 5 kids are getting older and it's costing me a lot more money to keep them clothed and fed. So now I'm saying out loud to myself, I'm flat, dead, broke. I've let myself down, I've let my family down, and I've let my father down. And my wife doesn't know how bad it really is. In total shame and with a feeling of absolute desperation, I started crying uncontrollably and couldn't stop for what seemed like an hour. So I guarantee you, when I tell you I hit rock bottom, my rock bottom was pretty freaking low. And then a really strange feeling consumed me. It was as if my entire life flashed before me on all those times I coached and encouraged my kids on this same field. And me remember telling them over and over to never ever quit and to never give up, no matter how bad things seem. And at that very instant, I drew a line in the sand and decided to change my life forever. I vowed to get all the training I could and search under every rock if necessary to learn how to market my salon so I could go to a boatload of new clients or die trying. And then the very next morning, something unexpected happened to me that still sends shivers down my spine when I think about it. Here's what happened. I went to see my older brother, Mark. Now, Mark and I slept in the same bedroom when we were kids. He was on the bottom bunk and I was on the top. We got a lot of mischief together growing up. He left home, went away to college for 4 years, and we both grew up and our lives took separate paths. I never really knew what Mark did for a living. All I knew was it involved sales and marketing of some kind. I do remember, though, he was always listening to audio tapes in his car, reading business books, and traveling to conferences, and never thought much about it. Now, Mark's a very reserved kind of guy. He never talked much about what he did for a living. It actually crossed my mind a few times that he worked for the CIA or some other secret government agency. Now, I say this because he seemed to travel a lot, had a big house, nice cars, didn't seem to work that hard, and always had plenty of money. Well, I found out that Tuesday morning that over the years, Mark had evolved into a marketing and advertising expert. He owned a few companies and became a self-made millionaire in the process. For years, the answers I've been searching and searching for were so darn close to me, yet I didn't see them. For heaven's sake, he's my brother and we're only 2 years apart. Now, Mark told me he thought I was just doing fine all those years. So a business connection was never made with Mark and I until now. Have you ever heard this phrase before? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That is what I believe happened to me on that day. And that may be happening to you today because you're on this webinar presentation with me right now. For the next 4 months, Mark taught me things about marketing my salon business that I never thought were even possible. He also put me in touch with his circle of marketing geniuses he relies on in his businesses. I learned what really makes people respond and pick up the phone and call for appointments. I learned how to position my salon in the marketplace and how to charge premium prices that clients would happily pay. I learned how to gain back the control of all my stylists. He created marketing systems and strategies for me to test and refine. Things were really starting to look up. I never worked so hard on my salon business in those 4 months, but it really paid off for me. I was consistently getting more and more clients every month. I started charging premium prices. I became the fastest growing salon in my area. I had 7 top-notch stylists, and other stylists from other salons saw my parking lot was always full and wanted to come to work for me. I was knocking my debt down at an alarming rate. I was starting to feel like I was in total control of my future. So my salon was running like a well-oiled machine now. I was figuring out that the less I worked behind my chair and the more I worked on marketing, the more money I would make. So to me, the next logical step was to open up another salon and double my profits. So I went to talk to Mark about the idea. So I told Mark about this idea of opening up another salon. He thought about it for a minute and said, "I've got a much better idea for you, Mike." He said, "If you faced all the challenges with marketing and advertising your salon, I bet there are thousands of other salon professionals who have the same challenges. Why don't you help them with what you've learned and implemented in this past year? I think it will help a lot of them and be a big success." So that's what I did, and that's why I'm here right now talking with you. Actually, with Mark's help, I ended up formulating a step-by-step blueprint system that thousands of salon and spa owners have been following now for the past 10 years. And it's ideally positioned to empower you to make a boatload of cash and to do it faster than ever. And only in this presentation today, you'll discover it yourself. My blueprint system. I've perfected over the last 10 years the 5 best ways in today's economy to get a constant flow of new high-paying clients coming in. I have many more ways to get new high-quality clients, but these are the 5 best ones right now. Will they be next year? I don't know. They may, or other methods my team and I are continually refining and testing may be better. The point here is that things are always changing in our industry and in the marketplace, and we know more about how to get new clients than anyone else because we spend all day, every day working on it. Now, you don't have the time or the expertise to do that, okay? Once you implement this system, you'll be able to grow your business virtually on demand. You'll be able to get new clients with ease, never having to worry about where your new clients are going to come from next. You'll be able to build a real salon and spa business that is automated, scalable, simple, and takes care of you and your family for years to come. You'll finally have the time and financial freedom you want, the income you need and deserve to be able to live the lifestyle you know is possible. You'll be able to do it without stress, frustration, being overwhelmed, or the anxiety you're now living with. Okay, before I show you the 5 best methods to get new clients, I want to tell you about 4 salon and spa industry myths that a lot of us continue to believe. Okay, myth number 1 is salon and spa owners think it's expensive to advertise to get clients. First off, some salon and spa owners don't even think you should advertise at all. They're under the delusion that if you have a good location, provide good services, then clients will beat your door down. Now, we all know this is not reality. This is what they teach you at salon school, and nothing could be farther from the truth. Every business has to advertise to get customers and clients, and the salon and spa business is no different. Now, some of us believe that referrals and walk-ins will be all you need to prosper and grow. This is a very dangerous thinking because you cannot control these things, so you end up relying on them when you can't. That's no way to run a business that you're counting on for you and your family's financial well-being, is it? Okay, back to the myth. It's expensive to advertise to get new clients. I know how salon and spa owners feel. I used to feel like this too. After I bought my father's salon, I tried everything to get new clients and nothing worked, so I always lost money, and it was expensive. Now, advertising, when done properly, is supposed to do just the opposite, make you money. Here's what I mean by that. Let's use my salon as an example. I advertise on Facebook and I get a new client for $10. The first time they come in, they spend $77. I net $67, 77 minus the 10. And then the next time they come in, it doesn't cost me anything. So I know on average they will end up giving me $6,930 over our entire relationship. I'm going to cover here in a minute the lifetime value of a client. So I paid $10 to bring in $6,930. Would I pay more like $50? You betcha. I still make a lot of money, and this does not include the referrals you'll get from them. Okay then, advertising is not expensive when done properly. It makes you money. It doesn't cost you money. Are you with me here? Great. Okay, the second myth us salon spa owners believe is we need to become a marketing and advertising expert to become successful. This is frankly not true at all. I wasn't an expert at all when my brother showed me the proper systems to use. So if you have a very basic understanding, which you will after this presentation, and use the proper systems, you can be usually successful. Here's an analogy for you. If you had the most highly skilled jockey in the Kentucky Derby, but his horse was untrained, slow, had a bad leg, do you think he would win the race? Not a chance. On the other hand, if you had a subpar jockey, but he was riding the fastest, most well-trained, best-conditioned horse that has a track record of winning, do you think he has a good chance of winning? You betcha. So the marketing and advertising systems are the well-trained, most conditioned, fastest horse in the race. So forget the notion that you have to become an expert, because you don't. I'm living proof. Here's another one. You don't have the time to implement advertising. Well, right now, because you don't have enough clients coming in from all your staff, you're most likely working way more behind the chair than you want to. Am I right here? Well, once you have systems in place to get new clients and they start coming in, you can work less, and then you can spend a little time on advertising. And if you don't have systems in place, or the proper systems in place, you can waste a tremendous amount of time spinning your wheels trying to find something that works. It's expensive too. So if you have the right systems in place, it takes very little of your time to get new clients coming in. And here's the last myth. It's too technical and complicated to advertising. Well, it can be if you get yourself bogged down with all the technical and complicated stuff, but you really don't have to. A TV is technical and complicated, but you have no problem using it because it's a well-tuned system of electronics. So is your stove and other appliances in your home, and you have no problem using them, getting the results you want, right? A marketing and advertising system is no different. You just need to know how to implement and use it properly to get the results you want, which is new high quality clients. So advertising is not complicated at the level you're going to use it. All right, it's very important that you know and understand that my 5 methods I'm going to show you here next all have a few things in common, which is the reason why they work so well. First off, they all target your ideal client. What do I mean? It's pointless and a complete waste of money to advertise to people who would never be your client. For example, my ideal client for my salon is working women from ages 30 to 70 who make a good income and live within 10 miles of my salon. If you try to advertise on, let's say, TV or in a big newspaper, 95% of the people who see your advertisement would never be your client because they're the wrong sex or the wrong age or don't make good money or don't live close to your location. Secondly, all my methods are direct response marketing and advertising. All right, direct response advertising is the exact opposite of image or brand advertising. It is any type of advertising that gets you a direct response, hence the name, direct response advertising. This would be like a Facebook ad that gets someone to call you for an appointment or book online, or a coupon they cut out of the newspaper and bring it in, or a direct mail letter that gets them to call you for an appointment. This is much different than image or brand advertising, where the advertisement is not getting the person to immediately take some kind of action, like most of the advertising you see on TV. Because you're not like a big corporation that has a national or world presence with a multi-million-dollar advertising budget. You don't have the large amount of money or the years it takes to make image or brand advertising actually work. You need new clients quickly and inexpensively. Plus, direct response marketing and advertising is the least cost and most effective method, and these methods are measurable and trackable, so you know right away when they're working. And they've all been embedded in them. All the strategies that are my 5 methods, they all have been embedded with a 7-step formula I'm going to be covering next. Okay, all my methods follow this formula. Why? Because this is where all the emotional and psychological triggers are that make people respond. We are all hardwired to respond to certain words, images, and colors, and knowing what they are and having these things in your marketing and advertising is a big help. Without them, you're going to fail miserably. Like having a great headline, because you have less than a second to capture someone's attention, and a great headline does that for you. An example of great headlines are like what you see in the magazines when you're waiting to check out at the grocery store. They really grab your attention, and copywriters are paid big money to write good headlines. Now, we're bombarded with so many advertising messages every day. We need something to get people's attention, and this is what a headline does for you. And using testimonials, because what others say about you is way more believable than what you could ever possibly say about yourself. Now, would you be more willing to try a restaurant if your friend was raving about it? how great it was, or if you saw an ad for it in the restaurant in the newspaper. Of course you'd believe your friend over the ad every time. This is why testimonials are so important. And the next thing is you got to have an irresistible offer to entice people to take action, because all people want to feel they're getting something special. Don't you feel great when you get a deal? It doesn't matter a person's economic status, everyone wants a deal. And your advertising must answer the question, what's in it for me, or WIIFM for short. Every single person, when faced with a buying decision to make, have a little radio station going on in their head called WIIFM, and you must quickly and clearly tell them what's in it for them, or you're going to lose them. And in addition, you must only have one objective in all your advertising. Now, we've all seen advertisers with so much going on in them who can't figure out what to do next, and a confused mind shuts down. This is precisely why, if you ever used Valpak, it never worked, because your offer was stuffed in an envelope with up to 50 others. So there was not one objective, there was 50. In addition, you must have compelling reasons which differentiate you from all your competitors. What makes you better? What makes you unique that allow you to demand and get premium prices? If you don't give people the criteria for what makes you different, they're going to think you're the same as the salon or spa down the street, and they'll have no choice but to compare you on the only thing they can compare you on, and that is price. And you don't want that. So what is your competitive advantage? And lastly, you must have an automatic follow-up system in place, because people don't switch to you when you want them to. They do it when they're ready. So by keeping in contact with them, when they're ready, they will choose you because your competitors aren't following up. For a sale to happen, in this case, for someone to pick up the phone and call you for an appointment, you must have the right message going to the right person at the right time. So you could have a perfect message targeting your ideal client, but the timing is not right for them. They could be happy at the moment with the salon or spa they're going to. However, if you have a system in place to follow up with them, if they get dissatisfied, they're going to switch to you because you followed up with them and your competitors aren't. They're too lazy. Okay, you got that? All right, the only difference between a dollar bill and a $100 bill is the message. They are the same size and shape, printed on the same paper, but one is 100 times more valuable. Similarly, your advertising can run in the same places, including Facebook and your website, as everyone else's, but get you 10, 15, 25 times the response or more if you understand and use the formula I just went over. Does this make sense to you? Okay, great. Let's move on. And finally, all my methods are scalable. What do I mean? Let's say you start out and you get 10 clients from one of my methods and you want more than 10 clients. You simply do more of that method. If you want less, you do less. You got it? All right, there's two other things you must know about before I get to the 5 methods to get new clients. The first is that the number 1 is the scariest number in business. Why? Because if you only have one way to get clients and it stops working because of something out of your control, your new client flow stops dead in its tracks. On the other hand, if you have, say, 3 or 4 ways to get new clients and one stops, you're still going to be fine. So please get this and don't put yourself in an unnecessary risk position. You know, there's not a day that goes by where a salon or spa owner tells me about a way they used to get clients and then it stopped working and it was the only thing they relied on to get new clients. Don't let this happen to you. It's financial suicide. And secondly, you must retain and leverage your clients. Why? Well, for a few reasons. First, if you look at your business as a bucket of water, you got to make sure there are no holes in your business where you're losing clients because it's your fault before you start adding new clients, because clients are worth a lot to you. What's the point of extending all the effort to get new clients if they don't stay with you? I want to introduce you to a very important marketing concept right now. It's called the lifetime value of a client, or LTV for short. The LTV is the amount of money you will receive from one of your clients over their lifetime association with you. The way you figure out the LTV of one of your clients is simply take the number of times they come in during a year, times the amount of money they spend, times the number of years they're a client. This will give you your LTV. Now, in a minute, I'm going to tell you why knowing this number for yourself is so important. But first, here's the lifetime value of a client in my salon as an example. My average clients come into my salon 10 times a year. On average, they spend $77, and they continue being my client and average for 9 years. Then they move or whatever. Now, I have clients who spend more or less with me and have been with me less than and more than 9 years. These numbers, if you took all my clients and averaged them out, yours may be a little lower or a lot higher. and this number does not include any referrals you get from them. Then it really multiplies and gets exciting. All right, your LT is going to be at least $5,000 because of the hundreds of salon professionals I've worked with over the years. I've never had one where their LTV was lower. Now, depending on what you charge and how often you see your clients, your LTV may be a lot higher. I have several salon professionals I work with that have an LTV of $20,000 or more. All right, why is this number so important for you to know, and how can it help you in your marketing? First, you're now going to look at your clients differently and treat them much better because you know they're worth a lot of money to you. In my case, $6,930. Secondly, you do more to make sure they continue to be your client. And thirdly, you know how much you could spend to get a new client because you know how much money they're going to give you over their lifetime association with you. What I mean here is to be reasonable to spend, say, $10, $20 or even more to get a new client when they're going to give you $6,930 over, say, the next 9 years. In my case, this is an excellent return on your investment, or ROI as they call it. This would be like going to the bank, depositing $10 or $20, and then the next 9 years it would build up to $6,930. And this is only for one new client. Are you with me on this? Because it's important you really understand the lifetime value of clients as we move forward. Okay, great. And secondly, you want your clients to refer others to you. This is how you leverage your clients. And the way you leverage your clients is you get referrals from them. There's a marketing term called birds of the same feather flock together. And what this means is your clients' friends, family members, and associates are like them. They share the same interests and values. So because of this, there's a very good chance that their friends, family members, and associates are like you too, because they're a lot like your clients. So they will be your very best clients who pay, stay, and refer others to you. Okay, my first way to get new clients is by using Facebook advertising. Now, most salon professionals are doing this all wrong. They're putting a post on their Facebook page and then in some cases paying to boost the post, and this will never work at getting you new clients. You must advertise on Facebook, and unless you're an expert in writing copy and writing ads, don't try this alone. And for heaven's sake, don't take any advice from Facebook themselves, because they will suck your money from you without getting you any new clients, and you're going to get very frustrated. Okay, my specific method requires precise and critical elements and targets your ideal client in only your market area and gets you new clients for under $10 each. And I've already figured out everything out. So all you do is plug in my proven system, and we can even do it for you. Believe me, this will be easier for you than matching one of your client's hair colors. All right, Christy is a client of mine, and we're getting between 45 and 55 new clients for every month. And these clients are not tire kickers or price shoppers or Groupon groupies. These are high quality clients, the cream of the crop, who pay, stay, and refer others to her. And Ken is killing it using my system and getting one new clients every single day from it. Okay, my second way to get new clients is by using direct mail. Now, most salon professionals are doing it all wrong. And if you've tried any type of direct mail in the past, this is why it didn't work for you. There are three major things they're doing wrong. First, they are targeting all the people in their market area. People who already are going to another salon or spa are too hard to lure away because they're most likely happy. Instead, target only the people who have recently moved into your area. Now, 15% of the population moves each year, so about 40 million people move, and some of these people are moving into your area. Send the direct mail letter to only those people. Secondly, the envelope they're using is not designed properly and therefore is not getting opened and tossed away, so people are not even reading the offer inside. And thirdly, if the letter or offer does not get read, it's not written. If the letter or offer does get read, it's not written in a compelling way for people to respond. It doesn't follow the 7-step formula I went over earlier. It's missing all the emotional and psychological triggers to make people respond. And I'm sorry to say that if you leave it up to the so-called experts who do your mailing, like the printing company or the advertising company, they will take all your money and you won't get any clients. They are only trained on how to sell you direct mail service. They don't know how to make direct mail actually work. Okay, my specific new mover mailing system targets your ideal clients in only your market area that just moved in. And my clients report back to me that they're getting up to a 23% response. That means if you mail 50 letters, up to 11 people will call you for an appointment. And the best part is the entire mailing system I have designed is very simple to do. It can't be any easier. why we're on the subject of direct mail, when a client of yours does not come in on a regular schedule, there's a chance they have left you for your competition. Now, most salon and spa professionals don't do anything about this, and they will never make any more money from that client. This really hurts when the LTV of one client can be on the low side, $5,000 and up to $20,000. What I do and what my salon spa clients do is send them my client reactivation letter, and when done properly, up to 32% of the clients come back. You see, some people were sorry they left, but they feel embarrassed to come back, and a properly written letter mailed in a specific way will get them to come back. The letter and how it is mailed have to be done properly, the way I do it, or it won't work. This is another thing that is very easy and simple to do. Okay, my third way to get new clients is by using automatic email promotions. Again, most salon professionals are doing it all wrong. And if you're emailing your clients and prospects now using, say, Constant Contact or AWeber or Demand Force, this is why it's not working for you. First, you're getting very low open rates because you're using poor subject lines. So very few of your emails are actually getting opened. Your subject lines must invoke curiosity, urgency, or a benefit, or two of these, or even all three. If they don't, they won't get opened. And secondly, if their email does get opened, it's not written properly to get a good response. It's missing all the psychological and emotional triggers again that make people respond. Now, here's some samples of email promotions I wrote that my clients are using with great success, and it saves them time because they don't have to write their emails themselves. They just use what I've already tested over the years, and it's proven to work. This is yet another easy method for you to do. For heaven's sake, why would you ever want to try and reinvent the wheel? It costs way too much money and time. One for the new year, another for Christmas, another for Thanksgiving, one for Valentine's Day, one for Easter, one for bring a friend. And my fourth way to get new clients is by using a referral system. Again, most salon professionals are doing it all wrong. First off, they don't have a true system in place. If they are getting any referrals, it's out of pure chance. And because of this, there's no consistency. They may get a few one week and nothing for a few weeks. And secondly, it is not put together with much thought and it's too difficult to manage. And then what happens is you and your staff stop using it. You must have a referral system that motivates your staff, your clients, and your clients' friends, family members, and associates. Because then it's a true win-win-win. Your client wins because they save money on not buying gifts, plus get a nice referral fee. Your client's friends, family member, business associate wins because they get an attractive discount on the first time they use your services. And you win because you get a happy new client who pays, stays, and refers others to you. Now, all my clients use my specific referral system, which is way easier and simpler than what they have tried and didn't work. They let their clients sell for them. You know, every year we have a boot camp where all of my clients come into town or we meet someplace. And last year, there was a young salon owner from Erie, Pennsylvania, Pamela, and she stood up and told the group what she did as far as a referral. Now, she's in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's really after the holidays, people usually leave for a couple months, so it's usually typically her slow season in January, February. Well, she implemented our referral program right after Thanksgiving up until Christmas and got over 300 new clients in January and February, which was typically her slow months. So the point is there's no reason why you can't do the same. You can scale that up or scale it down depending on the size and the amount of clients you want to get. Okay. And my fifth way to get new clients is by using print advertising. Again, most salon professionals are doing it all wrong. First off, they're putting an ad in the wrong newspaper. You must only target people close to your location. They use the big newspapers in their area, and 95% of the people seeing their ad would never be their client. And secondly, what they do wrong is the ad is not written properly to get their ideal client to respond. It doesn't follow the 7-step formula I covered earlier. And now it's way easier for them because they simply use my proven ad and put it in a small local paper, and it works like crazy. Here's Sherry's success story. She only relied on a few referrals and walk-ins, and business was not growing. Her expenses were increasing. It was making less and less each year. Results, she now has 4 predictable ways to get new clients, and her business is growing every month. Bree and Amber were spending thousands of dollars each month trying to get new clients, and their salon pretty much stopped growing. Last year, they got over 350 new clients and opened a second location, and are using the same marketing and advertising systems to grow that location as well. Yvette is a suite renter and could never get any new clients on her own. Now she gets on average 17 new clients a month. And Debbie gave up trying to get new clients by marketing and advertising because she could never get it to work, and now has gotten 161 new clients in the last 6 months. I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. Every year going forward will be more difficult to get new clients than the year before. For these paradigm shifts in our new digital economy. A paradigm shift is when there is a new model for doing something. For example, like Uber. Y'all have heard of Uber, which has decimated the taxi industry because of technology. Or Amazon is one of the fastest growing corporations now, and it's really hurting retail stores. Or Netflix, how it ruined Blockbuster. Or cell phones, how it completely eliminated the payphone business. So there's paradigm shifts going on in our economy that are affecting you, and you probably feel that something's just not right, but you haven't been able to put your finger on it. Well, this is what's happening. First, some of your clients are going to leave you for reasons totally out of your control. They're going to move. Some may sadly pass away. Others are going to try a relative or friend who just got into the business, and other reasons as well. This is called attrition, and it is common in our business. The salon industry says your annual attrition will be 16%. So if you do nothing, your business is declining every year. There's also a high possibility that a competitor or 2 or 3 opens up close to you and gets some of your clients to switch to them because they're better at marketing and advertising than you are. This happens all the time. You know, every year I had another competitor set up shop close to me. Actually had 21 competitors within 3 miles of my salon. More and more people are getting into the business as booth renters and chair renters and suite renters and mobile businesses, and more stylists are working out of their home. This is all taking clients away from you. When you don't have a constant flow of new clients coming in, your stylists or technicians aren't happy because they're sitting around in their chair a lot, reading magazines or messing around on their smartphones. They're not making the level of income they want, and they blame you for not getting new clients. So then you're at the risk of losing them, and we all know what happens next. They take their clients with them, or at least some of them, and you have a mess on your hands. The bottom line is this. When you have a constant flow of new clients coming in, everyone is making a lot of money, and they are not going to leave you for something uncertain. And when other stylists see your parking lot chock full all the time, they want to come and work for you and bring their clients with them. This happened to me. New stylists were coming out of the woodwork to work for me. The word spreads really fast. I was surprised how fast. Now, recessions are cyclical, and we get one every 10 to 15 years. If you're struggling in a good economy, it's going to get a lot worse for you in a bad economy. You're going to get less referrals now because people are relying more on online reviews. People aren't apt to give out referrals as freely as they used to. Consumers now just go and look on online reviews. If you have a lot of good online reviews, then you're in good luck. If you don't, you're out of luck. Less people will be coming in for hair services because of online companies like Madison Reed, who is growing by leaps and bounds. Now they sell good quality hair color and have videos on how to apply it properly on YouTube. And this is only the beginning. More and more of these companies are starting up every single month. And tens of thousands of people are choosing this option to save time and money. And you're probably seeing that the largest segment of our population, the baby boomers, are getting very old now and won't need our services anymore. So back to my bold prediction. Every year going forward will be more difficult to get new clients than the year before. All these forces you have no control over are working against you, and you end up not growing because you don't have enough new clients consistently coming in. Then you have a declining business with lower profits, which means you personally make less money. This is an awful way to live, isn't it? The only solution to combat all this happening to you is to make sure you have systems in place that bring you constant flow of new clients week in and week out. There's no other solution. You can fight it and maybe go broke, or you can take the positive steps necessary to make certain you grow and prosper. Here's how we can fix this fast. So you stop spinning your wheels trying to get new clients the old way and start using the new way. I'd like to give you the opportunity to leverage what I've learned in the past 10 years on how to get and keep new high quality clients. For free, I'd like to set up a 100% completely free new high quality client attraction blueprint call with me. Here's exactly what will happen during our blueprint call. I will personally put together a complete marketing plan and blueprint for you so you can start attracting the type of clients you want. Before I tell you why I'm willing to do it for free and why you don't risk anything, let me tell you about the personalized plan. During this call, I'm going to outline for you the exact customized blueprint you can use to get at least 240 new clients coming in the next 12 months. You will leave this call with the exact system I've used and hundreds of my salon professional clients are using to generate hundreds of new clients. And here's why I'm willing to do this call 100% for free. This is not a sales pitch call. Here's the high pressure pitch that will happen at the end of this call. I will say, would you like my coaching to implement this plan? And you can say yes or no. However, I only bring on a maximum of 6 to 8 new clients a month, so there's a very good chance we might not even talk about the coaching option. So the worst thing that will happen to you is you will leave the call armed with the exact plan you need in order to get at least 240 new clients coming in. Plus, you'll also leave the call with 2 exclusive bonuses. Bonus 1, my pricing strategies guide. And bonus 2, the best 6 ways to make more money in your salon or spa. The best thing that will happen to you is you love the customized plan I created for you and you want to become a client of mine. All right, if you see the Apply tab, you can click on that, Apply Now tab, you can click on that, or you can go to salonblueprint.com to apply. Salonblueprint.com to apply. Spaces are limited, so apply now. I'm going to leave this slide on for a few minutes so you can write down the website address if you need to. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.